Hello, and welcome back to Storm Akima. I am your host, Dawn Burgundy, and we're going to be watching Anchorman today. All three of us are blind to this movie. Thank you for requesting it. Shall we get into it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm on TV.
Wow. Hi, Mom. Oh, hi, Mom. So let's get into it. I'm excited.
And in San Diego, one Anchorman.
Wow. Just land right there.
His name was Burgundy.
Everyone's casually walking by.
Oh my God.
Walking amongst mere mortals. He
Oh my God, look at his ring.
No, not her. I don't know her name. What is it?
Lanolin.
That's funny. Unique New York.
These poor guys.
Ready, Phil? We're on in 5, 4.
Oh my God, the scratch.
It meant one thing. Burgundy and his news team. Go time. Channel 4 News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning anchor.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
Love
Brick. Chance Brick.
Oh my God.
I love it. This is
Oh
going to be
my
fun.
6 o'clock. Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy, and this is what's happening in your world tonight. Man happened to catch an unusual aquatic daredevil. What you're about to see is a Channel 4 News exclusive. His name is Daddy, and he's 3 years old. How about that? That squirrel can water ski. I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
He gave a scotch in his hand.
Burgundy, of course, was the foundation. To play your cards right, you just might get to meet the whole gang. Rangers every Friday. Champ here. I'm all about having fun. You know, get a couple cocktails in me, start a fire in someone's kitchen, maybe go to SeaWorld, take my pants off. Anyway, I've become kind of famous for my signature catchphrase, whammy, as in Gene Tennis at the play.
How's he doing?
Huh?
I'm Rick Tamplin. People seem to like me because I am polite and I'm rarely late. I like to eat ice cream and I really enjoy a nice pair of slacks. Years later, a doctor will tell me that I have an IQ of 48. Some people call mentally retarded.
Good one.
Oh, God.
He's just still looking away. Mysterious lady. Chris. Oh, it's Christina.
Hope I'm not disturbing you, but I saw you from across the party and I don't usually do this, but I felt compelled to tell you something. You have an absolutely breathtaking hiney.
Oh my God.
I mean, that thing's good. I want to be friends with it.
Well, you certainly know how to compliment a woman. Well, if you'll excuse me.
Do you know who I am?
No, I can't say that I do.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
That just means you can talk to anyone you want like
People
that.
know me.
I'm very happy for you.
I'm very important. I have
He doesn't know what to do because usually women don't do this.
and my apartment smells sounds of rich mahogany.
Oh my goodness.
She's like,
That sounds stupid.
No, it's very exciting.
You know I don't speak Spanish. In English, please.
He wants attention.
And you ate the whole wheel of cheese? How'd you do that? It's actually, I'm not even mad. It's amazing. I forgive you. What do you say we get you in your PJs and we hit the hay, huh? Okay, come on. Let's go. Come on.
Oh my God.
imagine how fancy his braces.
Yeah, I ate a big red candle. Morning, everyone. Here are the stories we're going to be chasing today. It looks like Ling Wong, the rare panda at the San Diego Zoo, is pregnant. This is a big one. Now, this could be the big story of the summer. Network is going to be wanting plenty of coverage. And speaking of network, word on the street is they're looking for a new anchor. So, Ron, network, are they here? In addition, a lot of you have been hearing the affiliates complaining about a lack of diversity on the news team.
She's back. She's excited.
What in the hell's diversity? I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, it's like the girl in my
I
dreams.
look forward to contributing to this news station's already sterling reputation.
I mean, come on, Ed, it's bullcrap. Don't get me wrong, I love the ladies. I mean, they read my engine, but they don't belong in the newsroom.
Oh,
It is
son
Anchor
of a gun.
Man, not Anchor Lady, and that is a scientific fact.
Besides
Oh, yes,
I
yes.
don't know what we're yelling about. What is wrong with you? It's terrible. She has beautiful eyes, and her hair smells like cinnamon. Loud noises. She's not going to take any of this airtime. I read somewhere that their periods attract bears. Bears can smell the menstruation. Well, that's just
He knows that.
Bears. Now you're putting the whole station in jeopardy. I'll say one thing.
Yeah.
There he is.
Taking it.
Very aroused.
Very
Oh my God.
What's this? Well.
I'm taunted.
Oh, God.
Channel 4 news team.
Some people in there.
Tooth. Hello, evening news team. Hey, nice clothes, gentlemen. I didn't know the Salvation Army was having a sale. Am I right? Look at these guys.
Police.
Oh my
Hey.
God.
Where did you get those clothes? At the toilet store?
Well, it's short.
What are you doing on the station's turf, Burgundy? You have a great day, fellas. We'll see you around the bend. You can't say one word? Even the guy who can't think says something. You guys just stand there? Come on!
I ate a
Right,
red
but I
candle.
think my son is just going through a phase. I have no idea where he would have gotten a hold of German pornography.
Oh my God.
We're doing our mature adults. We've both seen our share of pornographic materials. Oh, you never have? Of course you haven't. That was stupid of me. Neither have I. I was just speaking in
Neither.
generalities.
Okay.
Right, I'll stop by the school a little later, Sister Margaret.
Sister Margaret.
And she insisted on coming.
Almost had that on camera.
Sir, I will not have my first story at this news station be about a cat fashion show.
Miss Cornystone, ma'am, you will do the stories to which you are assigned. Let me just grab this.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Whammy.
You're trying to touch my breast, aren't you?
What can I say? I like the way you're put together. What do you say we go out on a date? Have some chicken, maybe some sex. You know, see what happens.
See what happens.
Let me get this over here.
Oh, good for that.
Right.
Good, good.
We're doing the no pants dance. It's illegal in 9 countries.
It's illegal.
Yep. It's made with bits of real panther. So you know it's good. It's quite pungent. Oh yeah.
Pungent is right.
It's a formidable scent.
Ooh, I bet you it is. Ooh.
Stings the nostrils.
Is it like
Ooh.
oh my
Right,
god.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it smells like pure gasoline.
Yeah.
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works
60.
every time. That doesn't make sense. Let's go see if we can make this little kitty purr.
Oh,
Don't light a cigarette up.
Hey, sweet cheeks.
that's
You got an
right.
invite I'd like to extend your way.
What?
What is that smell?
That's the smell of desire, milady.
God, no, it smells
Other people too.
Look at this. Look at that, yeah.
Indian.
Even in the other room.
You know, desire smells like that to some people. What is that? It smells like a turd covered in burnt hair.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Smells like Bigfoot's dick.
Yeah.
He's like going to shower, man.
Nobody wants to come near you. Oh,
He's going along with it. What's the smell? Oh, his neck real good.
oh, God.
Would you like to go to a party in my pants?
Oh god.
Oh, my gosh. He's gonna...
Let's go.
Let's go.
She is a real bull. Just doing my workout.
It's even doing it right.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Well, you asked me to come by, sir.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
Oh, it's a deep burn. It's so deep.
See?
Oh, I can barely lift my right arm because I did so many. I don't know if you heard me counting. I did over 1,000. If you hit this muscle,
That's true slime.
God.
it's boring, but it's part of my life. I'm just gonna grab this shirt if you don't mind. Just watch out for the guns.
He's gonna try.
Oh, boy.
Oh!
Oh, my God.
Downstairs.
Mr. Burgundy, you have a massive erection.
Really?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God.
Please.
It's the police.
It's actually an optical illusion.
It's an optical.
Not flattering. The crotch.
He's getting excuses.
I'm actually taking it back right now. Taking it back to the pants store.
Oh, my God.
I'll see you later. Yes.
Back to the pants store.
Look out. Don't act like you're not impressed. Let's go to Brian Fantana live on the scene with a Channel 4 News exclusive. I'm Ron Burgundy. Damn it! Who typed a question mark on the teleprompter? For the last time anything Burgundy will read.
He actually reads that. Oh my god. That's great.
Oh, that's good.
Doesn't it mean Saint Diego?
No.
That's what it means. Really?
Agree to disagree.
Germans.
I've never heard of it.
Oh.
It's wonderful, though.
Perfect.
Dino! So good to see you. Okay, I guess I can play a little ditty. Honestly, come on. I'm not prepared. Guys, East Harlem Shakedown, E flat.
Oh, my goodness.
That's talent. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Someone's following around. Uh-oh. Wow.
Oh, wow.
The light.
Spotlight.
Ooh.
Storming your castle on my steed, my lady.
You get pandas. Unicorns.
Friggin' love you back!
Oh, God.
Do me on it!
And that's how it is.
We should keep it relatively quiet around the station.
Absolutely.
He won't. Yeah, he won't.
Right, he wants us to find out.
Tasteful discretion is the name of the game.
Sure.
Yeah, oh, he's gonna
Yeah.
blurt it out.
Sure. Yeah.
Cornerstone and I had sex! Now we are in love!
Oh, God.
God.
Carpet. Desk. Brick, are you just looking at things in the office and saying that you love them? I love lamp. Do you really love the lamp, or are you just saying it because you saw it? I love lamp. I love lamp. You really know what love is? Yes, tell us. More than anything in the world, Ron. Everything's a little clearer in the light of day.
They're awesome.
And we know the night is always gonna be here anyway. Thinking of you's working up my appetite.
Nice.
Forward to afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together, making sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you is getting so exciting. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. You guys have Afternoon delight. I don't know, Ron.
It was fun.
That sounds kind of crazy. Sounds like you have mental problems, man. Yeah, you got mental problems, man. Yeah, really does. Afternoon delight. I'm gonna make a phone call.
Oh, she has
Oh, that's
to. Poor cat.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And that, of course, was
They
our
cut her right
newest
off.
reporter, Veronica Corningstone. She's really great. I'd also like to share with you that we are currently dating.
No!
She's
Stop!
quite a handful in the bedroom.
No!
Oh,
Well, that's going to do it for all of us here at 6 o'clock. For the Channel 4 News team,
I don't think
Ron
that's
Burgundy,
probably
New
so
St.
bad.
Classy, San Diego.
Whoa.
oh.
Oh.
I might be in trouble on that one. With you. I miss being near you. I miss your laugh.
Oh.
I miss your scent.
Oh, maybe he likes it in a different way.
Do I
he
say is
does.
he in love with him? Look at that.
When this all gets sorted out, I think you and me should get an apartment together.
It's looking at
yes.
Easy, Jim. Why don't you stop talking for a while? Maybe sit the next couple plays out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna quit saying things when they crop up. Good one. Okay, I understand. You have a nice day, sir.
Oh my God! Bad timing.
Oh, I guess so.
I think Jack Black for a second. Poor guy. Oh my God! Is it Jack Black? It is! Oh my God! I looked at this.
Burrito out your window? I believe I did. What, do you hire something? Did you see what happened?
Uh-oh.
I love poetry. And a glass of scotch. And, of course, my friend Baxter.
Oh no!
the dog. Come on.
No!
Excuse me.
Come on,
Not
that's
the
right.
dog.
No!
Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, that's poor dog.
Oh
Oh. Baxter.
Where the hell is he?
It made it funny because it was something.
I know, that's Chelsea idea.
It's not much of a trick on, but unless he's tracking a storm front, he's completely useless.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Hello.
Just want you to know that if Ron does not show up, I am ready to go on.
Sweetheart, you and I have had this discussion a million times. There's never been a woman anchor.
Mr. Harkin,
Gonna start
this city
someplace.
needs its news.
Oh,
And you are going to deprive them of that because I have breasts?
you okay? The man put it back, sir.
Oh,
Breathe, Ron. Breathe. What did the bad man do? Motorcycle on the bridge. I hit him with a burrito. Ron, you okay? Ron. Ron.
If that other news guy sees him, he's gonna kick him right in the...
He's got the corning stone on.
And the boss lets him do
I
that.
used to date a guy named Hoppy down in Alabama. He was quite a jumper, too. That'll do it for us at 6 o'clock. From all of us here at Channel 4 News, I'm Veronica Corningstone. And thanks for stopping by, San Diego.
Yeah. Good job.
Got it, yeah.
All those distractions, too.
Yeah.
Oh, the girls are... Oh, yeah, she realized.
Not bad at all.
Thank you, Mr. Harkin. That felt good. That felt really good.
I liked your little sign-off line too, Missy.
You did. It just came through me. It was so organic. So thank you.
It was good that he wasn't on.
Oh my
Darling,
God.
I'm so glad you're all right. Oh, gosh.
Veronica, please tell me this is some kind of sick, tasteless joke.
You weren't here. Why are you being this way? Why can't you just be proud of me as a peer and as my gentleman lover?
Oh, jeez. I can't believe you did this to me.
Oh, God.
You read my news.
I told
You were late.
wanted to.
That's right.
I told you that.
I thought you were kidding. Co-anchor.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So wonderful. Ed, come here, you big silly man. You big silly man. We did it. We
What is
did
this, amateur hour?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, so she looks up at a different time. Oh, it's so mean. Oh, you rotten.
Oh.
You have man boobs.
You've got a dirty, fresh mouth. So you have.
It's all pleasant.
I'm gonna punch you in the ovary.
Oh.
Straight shot. Right to the baby maker.
Jazz flute is for little fairy boys.
Okay, you know what? I can't work with this woman.
Very boy.
3.
Veronica Corningstone.
Hello, Veronica. This is Mike Rithchen from the network. You've just been promoted, and you're gonna need to move to Moscow. So,
Sure.
Excuse me, what did you say your name was?
Mike Rithchen. It's not important. Just start cleaning your desk, and we'll pick you up in the morning. Winning anchor Ron Burgundy and Tits McGee.
Oh.
Good evening, San Diego. I'm Veronica Corningstone. Tits McGee is on vacation.
That's right. Good for her. Good for her.
She got her back.
Yep.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
And I'm Tits.
Veronica Corningstone.
Who's your doctor? I have your pregnancy report here. And guess what? You got knocked up, so you're probably get out of news.
They're wearing suits and they're riding bikes.
Here comes trouble. Burgundy and the ladies went out for a little stroll, huh? Walking around and walking things through. Keep a tight perimeter.
Bicycle.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Well.
Oh, jeez.
So cool.
Anything special and different from everyone else's.
He's from outside.
That's right. Yes, he is.
Cast on your forehead. Tell you everything's gonna be okay. I've had enough of you, Mantooth. This is gonna end right
Mantooth
here,
name.
right now. Let's dance, dickweed. Wanna dance, Ronnie?
Oh.
Jeez. Oh my god. Is it a bedpost? It's a grenade. I should not have a grenade. You should have anything.
Oh my God.
You're just ready.
What the hell is that? Go ahead.
Rick, where'd you get a hand grenade?
I don't know.
Alright. Let's do this.
No one's shocked.
Okay, what are you going to do? Okay. What's that?
It's a cool
We're gonna have a fight. Don't forget Channel 2 News. With me. No mercy!
Oh, boy.
It's gonna be no news.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my. This is horrible. Beautiful suits. I'm just yelling with a grenade. Thank God. Wow.
Oh, boy. Boy. Oh,
Oh my god. On fire?
oh,
Chappie Ace is fine.
oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
Oh my god. Oh.
That's
You're trying it. Oh my god.
Shit. That's so
He's still smoking a pipe. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
He's still smoking his pipe. Grab your bicycle.
What is that?
What the hell?
Lay low for a while because you're probably wanted for murder.
Now who's going to put that on the news?
Right?
All
Your
that.
head on a swivel, and that's what you gotta do when you find yourself in a vicious cockfight. Can you believe Mantooth and the whole Channel 9 evening news team? Where's your mommy? Someone's gotta change your diapers. I'm telling you, this Corningstone business is really hurting our rep. With a grain of salt the
boy,
size of
that's
us. It's science.
I will have you know that I have more talent and more intelligence in my little finger than you do in your entire body, sir.
You are a smelly pirate hooker.
Oh.
Oh,
You look like a blueberry.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
cool.
You have bad hair.
I love her simple insults.
Oh,
They're
boy, yes.
more hurtful. Oh, amazing.
Yes, okay.
Oh, the face!
Oh,
From the
boy.
entire Channel 4 News team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go fuck yourselves.
Oh, I didn't even catch that! He actually...
He said that. He reads everything in the font.
What in the name? No! Nobody talks about my city that way!
Oh, she just
Oh,
did something you can't
He has
take
no
back
idea.
at
He
all.
doesn't. He just reads it. He doesn't think about it.
He has no idea.
He doesn't.
Maybe she feels guilty that she did that now because she doesn't seem to.
She's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
He has no idea.
Hello, Edward. Ron, I've got to fire you. Well, I've got to fire you. Bing, boom, boom. You're fired, Ed. Do you even know what you just said?
No, he doesn't.
Great Odin's Raven. Are you happy about it? Veronica, she put that in the teleprompter. You're probably right, but this is bad, Ron. You poop mouth. Poop out of your mouth. If I were to give you some money out of my wallet, would that ease the pain? I hate you, Ron Burgundy. I hate you.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Sweet Rick.
My sweet.
Rick, come hug me. I know you want to.
Yeah, he can't get distracted.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'll go get your sandwich and then I'll show you the ratings where you're number 2 to a woman. Ouch.
That's right.
Don't lose any hair over it.
Scotty! Scotty, I have the shot! Scotty!
He's gonna
Oh,
push
Yeah,
yeah.
he's gonna push you.
Oh,
Crap!
oh, wow. Oh, nice.
She's gonna be the news now. Oh, Kodiak Bear. Oh, it
actually did that.
Holy crap!
Oh,
Oh, big bears.
How do you lose your lead anchor? Where the hell is she?
He still has the ring on.
Get down here as quickly as you
Yes.
can. I'll need my news team at my side. News team! Assemble!
Do you have any? Oh, yes! Baxter's head. Oh,
God, Steve Baxter.
oh.
Hi.
Because I heard you.
We've been here literally the entire time you have.
Oh, Brick.
Alright,
Are they going to want him back?
story.
And the poor
How's the hair look?
Veronica's in there.
Hair like an angel. Talent scout over there. This is a tough decision.
That could be the news. It could be a hero.
Much to think
Yes.
Basically the biggest story of my career, launching me to a level I've never known before, or saving the woman I used to have familial relations with. This is hard. I am in a pickle. Ron, I know it sounds harsh, but God does not want her to live.
Jeez. Ouch. In your
clear
world,
now.
yes. I just want her to live.
We go into the bear pit.
You gotta go get someone who. But you need help! You're both stuck now!
Oh, boy.
What did you just do?
Okay.
Oh.
Immediately regret this decision.
That's right.
Why did you go get her? These bears are massive. They looked a lot smaller from up there. Fan out, let's go find Oregon.
Oh no! Now they're all gonna look at
That's
it.
right.
Oh
And the panda's going to be born.
Pending death.
Bear fight? Bear fight? I don't think so.
no! Oh God!
Little claws.
Like a rag doll. Oh God! Good. A furry tractor.
Bears have descended on the news team and it's not going well. Clearly happened today out in the
Oh
What?
We were goddamn ridiculous.
Oh, he's going to get him right there.
You can talk to it.
He's
No
gonna
harm.
get him. Yeah.
Our pal goes. We must pay for the intrusion.
I was talking to him. Oh, okay.
It's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Go in peace.
Baxter came through.
Man, you are alive!
Aw. You got you.
Oh, my God. Oh, boy.
She's like, oh,
I will lick you in front of
Oh, my God. Oh.
you're gonna get arrested.
Damn it, do I respect you?
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Oh, great. Oh, boy.
Miss Veronica Corningstone. No, pressure system.
Oh, boy.
High pressure system.
Rick Tamlin is married with 11 children and is one of the top political advisors to the Bush White House.
It's a lot now.
I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. You stay classy. Planet Earth.
Oh, I enjoyed that a lot. That was great. Oh my God.
They didn't say whether they covered the panda.
I know that. Yeah.
That's funny.
Bloopers.
Oh my God.
Spear. Sweet grandmother's spatula. Hot pot of coffee. Uncle Jonathan's corncob pipe. I can think of a lot of things to say, like, you're a dirty bitch.
He's trying not to.
I'm gonna put poison.
I drank a lava lamp. I ate a bunch of fiberglass insulation. It wasn't cotton candy like that guy said.
It does look like it.
I pooped a hammer. I pooped a tape recorder. I pooped a Cornish game man.
Sam
You will not take a tone with me because I will give you a rap right on the Jack Johnson.
Smokey and the Bandit.
My life, you say whenever you like.
Whatever you like.
You know the movie?
Yeah.
Probably not the same one.
Oh my goodness.
Rick, before I let you go, are you still having your celebrity golf tournament this summer? No, too many people died last year, so we're not gonna. Sorry.
Oh, geez.
Named it San Diego, which in German means a whale's vagina. Most ridiculous thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, God.
That was so funny.
That was,
I love the music in it.
God.
I'll keep it rolling just in case if there are more
Oh,
bloopers. We will see, but
God.
I laughed
That was
so
funny.
much.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was
You were
so
cracking up.
so
I mean, we all
goofy.
were, but Mom, you were leaning forward and laughing so hard.
God, so
That was
bad.
hilarious.
It was. It sure was.
It was
Wow.
great. You know,
It was
it
Good humor.
played light to what really happened in the 1970s.
That's
you
right.
know, women
Yeah.
and the being an anchor was just not happening.
No.
You
Yeah.
guys really,
Yeah.
you know, they were really against it. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, Veronica was a tough cookie, and to
She
be
had
in
to be.
that atmosphere, I feel like there's going to be some. Oh yeah, there is more. Yeah.
Way to handle him, Ron. It sure is good to be number one. It sure beats the hell out of number two. We are laughing. We are very good friends. Good buddy, sharing a special moment. Don't say anything, Ron. Just let it happen. Laughing and enjoying our friendship. And someday we'll look back on this with much fondness.
Yeah, you just stop that happening.
That's it.
He knows how to stop it.
Yeah.
Moments.
boy,
It's a fun moment.
boy.
I really love the cast in this. I mean, I was so pleasantly surprised by all the people that we saw. Like, I was just very shocked. It was amazing. Like, even Tim Robbins as an anchor. And,
Oh,
I mean, it was
that's
just
right.
amazing. Yeah.
So
And
many people.
I did know. Yeah, I like the pictures too. We have it up on Paramount Plus, and you have Ron playing the flute. Give the flame.
Oh, that was funny.
It was so silly. It was absolutely silly.
Oh,
but
God.
And that's when that was a pivotal moment. That's when she fell,
That's
she
right.
started realizing that she was falling in love with him.
That's right.
Mhm.
Gosh.
I
That's really
enjoy that there was a love story in this because Anchorman, you kind of figure, okay, it has to do with the news.
That's right, yeah.
And I knew Will Ferrell was in this. I've never watched this movie before now, and I did see a couple parts on cable a long time ago, but mainly I knew some of the quotes, and people would joke and be like, "They kicked Baxter! They kicked Baxter!" And I'm like, "What?" You know, so I kind of like, I didn't know to the extent, but I did hear like people say that before.
Oh, wow.
You know, and
Yeah,
speaking
thank you.
of that
Other things.
scene with Baxter, I mean, he was just so over the top dramatic. I thought he was just going to jump over the bridge and go He was after gonna do Baxter. suicide.
Oh,
I thought
I
he was
see.
just going to go after
Yeah,
Baxter,
me too,
thinking
yeah.
that he's going to be alive, and I'm going to go
That's
grab
right.
my friend, my best friend. You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
But yeah, he
Boy,
just let
Baxter
him go.
saves him though.
In the end, he came back. He survived. He went on a whole journey. He went on a whole wild journey. You know, he was never in the wild before, and he befriended a Kodiak bear, and then he was able to talk to the other bear. So it worked out well. And yeah, that was a fun thing too, right? To have a dog who can speak very well, speak dog.
And he was speaking Spanish. We were laughing
right,
because, you know, Ron thought he was speaking Spanish to him.
Dog
He was like,
Spanish,
"What?"
yes.
He
I just
was.
like the stupid humor there. I know. And the fact that we're following Ron Burgundy, and it's not just about the news. You have all these different elements going on. And here he falls in love, and she's competition for him, and it's not heard of. It's brand new in his line of work. So I like to see him struggle like that. And then you have a talking dog on top of that. And then all his friends, like his team.
Yeah, and they just, you know, they were so used to, just because they were men, they were, you know, they dominated. They can be as stupid as they want. They can, you know, be immature, and they'll still be on top. And, you know, they were very much, you know, she was a threat to them.
Yeah.
Veronica was a big threat.
And Ed and everyone else that had to, like, watch them, like, they were like big kids, like big babies, where they just did what they wanted. They wanted to party all the time, and you couldn't do anything about it. So when Ed's like, okay, you got to watch them and make sure, what was his name, Gareth or something, like, you got to watch them, Garth, you got to make sure that they do what they're supposed to do, and they don't party too hard. And he goes, they never listen to me, and it's like they do what they want. So it's kind of funny that it's always a problem. You know, they have no restrictions really. They get to, you know, do whatever they please. But I love how obnoxious they were.
Oh my gosh.
I love how Paul Rudd was part of their group, and
right.
Steve
Yes.
Carell. I knew he was part of
good.
it.
He
Yeah.
was hilarious.
That was good, yeah.
And, you know, even when Ron was, you know, at the party, when he first saw Veronica, he just assumed that she was going to, you know, do whatever he wanted,
That's
go
right.
have sex with him. And, you know, he's
Doesn't
just
happen
like,
that
you
way.
know, don't you know who I am? And, you know, she was just very, like, appalled by
That's
it.
right.
You know, she was
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah, so it's a big eye-opener, and he did learn a lot.
definitely.
And, you know, at the end, I am happy that he jumped into, I mean, it was stupid for him to jump into the bear pit, but he cares more about Veronica than himself, because that was the whole thing. He was very selfish. And when you mentioned that he didn't jump after Baxter, and he loves Baxter so much, like, maybe that was the huge, you know, the pivotal moment where he actually did jump this time to save someone.
Right. That's good.
But I am happy Baxter survived too and saved them at the end.
Absolutely.
But I'm glad they were able to work it out, and he was able to stay with Veronica, and they're both Anchormen.
I thought the craziest scene was all the anchor teams fighting each other.
That was really
over the top.
It sure was.
Chains coming out of their
WTF,
suits.
what?
Brick's
arm
got a
being-
hand grenade.
Yes, his arms being cut off. It's just
I know, how funny is that? And we've seen a lot of violence on the channel, and then this was just so hilarious that we were just enjoying it, I guess. But I know, you just have these news stations who are like high school bullies or middle school bullies, and they're going out and being extremely medieval violent on each other.
Right. And they're searching for a suit store.
That's right.
And they're following Brick.
I do enjoy how they kept, like, you know, Brick was part of the group, and even though, like, he had his moments of being too silly, like, they just went by it and they didn't dwell on it, and they still trusted him to follow through with things that he can't do.
Yes.
You know, and they were just like, oh, okay, that's fine, we're lost, it's okay. But Brick, like, Steve Carell playing that part, like, that was so different,
funny,
and it was freaking hilarious. Just the quotes these characters would say, and then he would, like, love everything, and then the bluntness, or how literal Rod was, where he's
he
just...
loved the lamp, and he loved this, all kinds of furniture.
And then Ron was just like, oh, you're just saying everything that you're seeing right now. So I just love how everything's just very simple and just hilarious.
Oh my God.
And then Brick was just making me laugh a lot.
They never mentioned about the panda, though. They went there to watch the coverage.
I
and
know.
Then they hit the bear thing.
I thought she was going to give birth when everyone was trying to look at, you know, how they're going to get out of
but we never heard anything
the Kodiak bear pit.
Yeah.
And I love how all the different news people can do whatever they want and never get in trouble, really. And then you have, like, Brick, okay, well, maybe you should lay low for a little bit because you killed a man. And then when Man 2, which Vince Vaughn, I was happy to see him. You know, and he's going to, like, kill Ron, like, push him over into the pit, and no one's stopping him, but they're all over
the whole crowd, all the cameras are on him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I enjoyed this so much more than I thought I would. I've only
Yes.
heard good things,
Yeah.
and people just say it's like so freaking hilarious.
It
But it was way funnier.
Whoa,
Yeah,
sure was.
I was laughing so hard. I
too.
enjoyed everyone that we saw. We also had, I tried to write down some names. We had Catherine Hahn, and again, this was in 2004. So gosh, almost 20 years ago.
That's right.
And she looks amazing in this. She always does, anyways.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing seeing like films that are older now, and she looks just really awesome. And then Ben Stiller,
Yes.
Luke Wilson.
That's right.
That's
My
right.
gosh,
a lot of people.
Definitely.
Yeah, Seth Rogen we saw, and then Fred Willard.
Yeah, cameraman.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. And I like Champ too, and it seemed like Champ was actually like he was in love.
He was in love with
yeah,
Ron.
sure.
I actually like seeing that. Like he's this manly guy who's demeaning women, but yet he is probably
He truly
gay and
was,
loves
yeah.
Ron. So I like
Right.
that twist where it's like, okay. And he's like the cowboy guy, the
That's
very
right.
manly man, and
Right.
and I actually felt bad for
He's
him.
trying to
He was
be
making it all awkward
the
for
exact
Ron.
opposite of what
That's
he's
right.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, God, the acting
Oh
was
my
perfect.
God.
Just
But-
how like kiddish they would act and very awkward and just look away, like obviously. Just like, I can't
And
do
when
this.
Veronica had her moment, like her moment to shine, it was at a time where Ron wasn't anywhere in sight. So they had to have someone do the news.
Definitely.
And she was willing and she was, perfectly able and over the top. They got, 2%
Yes.
ratings
Yes,
hike.
very high.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, but he was so mad at her doing it. It wasn't the fact that, you're a half hour late doing it,
That's right, yeah.
it's the time slot. We can't wait
It was
for you.
so petty,
Oh,
and
my gosh.
Yeah.
it is true, like how simple-minded he was there, where he's like, I thought that was a joke. I even wrote it in my journal, and then I laughed at it later. And he keeps rolling with that. But how serious he is. He's having a temper
That's right,
tantrum,
my gosh.
and he's not even happy for her. And she truly, I mean, they love each other, but the fact that she was just so happy to do that and tell him that, and he
That's
just
right.
didn't care. It was all about him. So he had to go through that
gosh.
whole journey to really
Oh, boy,
be
yeah.
enlightened and see what truly matters. And
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And, she should have said, how are you, what happened? Are you okay? He looked a little, crazed. But she just had her moment, her big break,
That's right.
and she
Definitely.
worked so hard to get to where she was. So, and he just deflated it. He was just like, get out of here.
how funny was it that Jack Black was the
Oh,
motorcyclist
that was funny.
that kicked
That was
Baxter?
good. That's right.
And again, it's supposed to be really funny. It was a hilarious moment, but it made it better. Like we were like, "Oh no!" when Baxter got kicked, but then you
Yeah,
see
I
the
felt
stuffed
so
animal
bad.
fly
Yeah.
over the
My
bridge,
God,
so
yeah.
it makes it a lot funnier.
Yeah.
It did.
Yes,
It
it
did.
did.
You didn't want to laugh at that moment, but you had to because it was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that's just over the
Oh,
top,
yeah.
silly.
Oh my God! And then Will Ferrell was freaking hilarious as Ron. Like he's such a great actor,
He
and
is.
everyone was in
He
this.
just
But
makes me
Oh,
laugh
that's
so
good.
yeah,
much.
him just being all in hysterics, like,
Oh,
and he can't even get it out. He's
Oh
saying
yeah,
it
when he's
so
in the
broken.
telephone booth, he's
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
what are you
he's so
talking about?
dramatic, crying, he can't even talk. He's just like wailing.
Yeah, and he loves him so
funny,
much when he
yeah.
sees him at the end. He's doing like the same thing, but
Yeah.
it's happy this time. Yeah, there were a few quotes. I should have wrote them down because I just spaced out. But there were a few quotes in this that I did recognize. And I love Lamp. In high school, my friends would joke and be like, "I love Lamp, I love Lamp," and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
What's that mean?"
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, so some funny things like that.
Oh my God.
Oh.
And just to
Okay.
see, when it's a time where they can smoke, they can drink, he
Oh,
can do
that's
whatever
right.
he wants.
Yes.
It's like
Exactly.
you get even more ticked off. It's like, hey, that's not fair. Just because, you're a guy doesn't mean you can get away with anything.
That's
But
right.
that
Yeah,
was,
that's
what it was. It was exaggerated, I'm sure, back then.
That's
but
right.
just to see what women had to go through. And it was such a light, it was such a funny way to show
That's
that,
right.
Yes, you can accept a woman in the workplace.
But
Yeah,
you have
And
to
that
give-
high standard.
you had to give Barbara Walters credit for being the first Anchorman.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's
Mhm.
right.
Good, good for her.
Can you imagine though? Because like we're seeing the humor behind everything too. Like they're showing some seriousness and challenges, but they're showing like they're keeping it funny. Like
they were keeping it funny, especially when they were brawling each other in the newsroom when she wanted the tape, when she wanted to use the machine.
Yeah,
and they were allowing her to fight with them. Like no, it's between them. So that was pretty good because otherwise, if they said no, you have to sit down, Veronica. You know, let him do his thing. You know.
Yeah. So like in real life, like that was a lot more, challenging because I'm sure a lot of things you don't actually see. And here, like, we can, like, side with Veronica, be like, wow, yeah, look at all the terrible things she went through. But a lot of that stuff, only the people you work with see it. And no one really understands how bad it is.
Exactly.
What happens behind the scenes.
And even when she was live doing the news and the other guys are on the sideline, you know, doing all these goofy antics just to make her break down.
So funny.
They were hilarious, but like so none of the bosses are making them stop. Like they're allowing it. So
even Ed, like he didn't even want her on there. He was like all distraught and like, oh, my Anchorman's not here.
Even the cameraman,
he's like, what are you gonna do? And you have an opportunity to keep the news going. It's better than nothing. But she's so below that because they don't understand women or anyone beyond Ron that even Ed was like clueless. Screwing, like I only did one thing today out of those three, and so what am I gonna do? Screw. No. You know, so I think it had a great balance of a lot of different things.
I do too. I think, you know, their antics against her, you know, they were childish and she just powered through it. She just kept saying the word power to make herself like get in sync with what she needed to do. And then when she heard, okay, maybe I can do fight fire with fire, and just change the teleprompt on him. And he, because he's just Ron Burgundy, he can just read what he wants and just go off. He's not even retaining what he just read.
Or people reacting. He's just totally like, and not paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, she felt horrible because that really impacted his whole career, and yet he still was oblivious, didn't even apologize to the people of San Diego when he got out in that big crowd. Like, I just read the teleprompter, I didn't mean to, like nothing.
Yeah.
You know, he's just because he's in that zone where he just thought, I can do what I want, and you know, I can't believe you're firing me.
How crazy is that too? Because I mean, again, he is very oblivious. So to read something and not even register what you just said is, I mean, especially something that major.
Exactly, like that's your,
that's
your catchphrase at the end of every newscast, and you're gonna not
your greatest weakness,
like. You not apologize immediately. Oh my God, I didn't mean to say that.
So to have that one thing, it was a major thing, but that ruined his career. And even Ed said, my hands are tied. I can't do anything. I have to fire you. Like, holy crap, to go that far. And I like seeing Veronica, like right after he said it, you can tell she wasn't like, like she was like proud. She was devastated. She then realized, oh crap, I lost control like everyone else was fighting. And she went too far. But
and that wasn't like her to do that. No. She didn't want to do it, but she instantly felt that when she did do it. She was like, you know, instant regret, where, you know, that wasn't in her, you know, makeup to do that, you know, to be, you know, wrong in any way to go against someone.
I'm sorry, he was so oblivious. Reading the prompter, so, you know.
So, out of our news team, not trying to single out Veronica because we really like Veronica, but out of the guys, like, who did you really like besides Ron? We had Champ, Brick, and we have Brian.
I like Brick.
I know. See, Brick made me laugh the most. I think Steve Carell is awesome. We were laughing mainly at him, but I had a soft spot for Champ once I found out that he was in love with Ron, and you know, he was really funny and stuff, but he was very shallow and rude and all that. But then once, like, and again, it's supposed to be funny, and he was funny, but then I felt bad for him, but he was funny. And then Brian, I love Paul Rudd. He wasn't my favorite character in this, but I just love Paul Rudd so much. I'm like, oh. So I'm going to say probably Brick, Champ, then Brian.
That's probably going to be my
I like Vince Vaughn too, man, too.
Oh my gosh, it was
the names in this were just so funny. And Christina Applegate, I think she is a wonderful actor.
She was phenomenal.
She was wonderful.
She was great. She's absolutely gorgeous, and she's a great actress. Yes. I remember her on Married with Children.
Oh, I did too. Oh my.
Yeah,
that was a while
I never
ago.
really watched Married with Children, but I mean, I know of it.
She was
I've
so
seen
funny.
clips, but.
She was the daughter.
Yeah.
How fun. Like, can you imagine just being an actor, like, throughout your whole life? And, like, you can look back on these forever films and shows that you'll always be timeless in. And it's just crazy to, like, see people and grow older and then see these actors that you grew up with. And it's like, oh, my God, they're much older. And, it's crazy. But, yeah, she's wonderful. And I know she's going through a lot of health issues, right? Like she has cancer, she found out, and you know, it's hopefully she'll be okay. I don't know like the details of how bad it is, but I think she was wonderful in this film. And
great.
I was going to ask you guys, like, did you like you know, Veronica better? Did you like Ron better? But they were just very different characters. That's kind of hard to say, but I'll just ask anyways. Did you have Ron or Veronica?
I like Veronica. I liked Ron too, but I liked Veronica more.
I liked how Veronica reacted to Ron. Like, you're so childish. When you're, you know, when she's picking up the phone, she knows that it's the guys. Like, she's like, oh, God. You know, it's just,
that's right.
You know, it's just.
After a while.
I'm working and you're just making time trying to just, you know, bug me, you know. It's just, I loved how she was reacting to Ron.
That's actually a great response, because
that's good.
Asking you guys that question, I'm going back and forth because I think they're both wonderful in their roles, and Veronica and Ron together, their banter, their conflicts were just so entertaining all the way through. Their passion for each other, their anger towards each other, like they were just perfect on screen together. But if I had to pick one, it's hard, but I'm going to say Will Ferrell because I just love Will Ferrell. He is, you know, just
over the top, crazy. I mean, just the things that come out of his mouth. Holy whatever.
That's right.
I know. For the love of him or something. I know. So like.
Oh boy! Yes.
And he instantly fell in love with her at that party. He was, you can tell, like he was, you know, he had a girl that was willing to just go to bed with him,
and that was Brian's girlfriend too, right? Like her and that other lady.
So I mean, he was just he was instantly in love with her. So, you know, to see him talk to the guys later in the park when they're having ice cream, and he's like, no, you know, we gotta give her a chance or something like that. And the guys are like, you can't, you know, you're changing on us. You know? Right. Yeah. That was him falling in love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's for sure.
Yeah, so I'm glad that he was like trying to speak up, because that's even harder too, especially like because I hear things from friends, you know, when you're in an all male environment, depending on what you do for a living, but when it's like extremely physical and sometimes it is a very manly job, like you have to talk like that. And again, this is through like what friends tell me. It's like that's what they do.
Like a peer pressure.
That's normal. So you're like peer pressure to be a certain way, and if you try to defend any topics that they're always making fun of, they'll go after you and make you like make your day miserable or whatever. And it's pretty like crazy and how
Pressure.
You know, it's like peer pressure is a really bad thing, and it continues on. It's not just unfortunately, like in high school and stuff. Like it goes beyond that. So in this case of Ron, like it was good to see him being the leader and everyone idolizing him, like all his friends and stuff in this manly world. That he is trying to speak up for Veronica and defend her a little bit. Like he's still just to even say that, because he knew that he was probably gonna be attacked for it, but anyways, it was good to see that, and I'm glad he saved her at the end too.
Yeah, me too.
I am too, and I'm kind of glad that they broke up and there was a little competition there, because it was good to see him get worried a little bit. Wow, okay, the news world wants a woman in here that will, you know, help with the ratings, and it did. And I'm feeling threatened, and that's when he, you know, put this guard up and was, you know, doing these little pranks on her. But it was good to have that, you know, uncomfortableness with him.
Yeah,
that was good.
You know, also, like you said, it was good that, you know, they were separate for a while, and it showed how successful Veronica could be without him, because they didn't get together because of that, but it would look like that, and that's why she was so upset that he announced to everyone that they were together.
Yeah,
because she didn't
the
want
next
any hand-me-downs
day.
she didn't want anyone to be helping her or make people think that, oh, it's because I'm his
or I used
slutty
him.
girlfriend or something, or I used him to get power or whatever. She wanted to be independent and be able to do this on her own. So for them to actually split up, you know, and her still be very successful, that was really good to see. And Ron even confessing to everyone that he was in love. It wasn't out of spite or anything. He was truly in love with her, and he's just stupid.
He's just so exaggerated.
Yeah, he just doesn't think deeply enough about other things. You know, he's just in the moment and not thinking of consequence. And you know, but it was funny how he would like announce to the world, literally, like on camera, and then he would say, "Oh, I'm going to be in trouble for that." Like way after, and just how calm he is when he says it too. It's not like reacting in the moment, like, oh crap, he said something I wasn't supposed to say. It's always like he finishes everything and then he's like playing with his papers and he's like, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. So delayed.
He says everything he's thinking, he's saying.
That's right.
Okay.
Not thinking.
Ultimate question: would you wear a Sex Panther?
No, absolutely not. When you almost killed half your coworkers. Except for that one woman you attracted.
What kind of woman are you? It's like, what was it, Panther Pea or something? I like all the different descriptions for it.
That was
like
gasoline. I knew that was going to be horrible.
It's like, how would you know that? It's just so random. And I like how dramatic it got, where the woman in the background was just screaming. Like bloody murder. Let us know what your favorite part was in this film, because there were just I wish I wrote them down, but I was like laughing at so many different lines they said in this. It was just killing me. But the big fight was really funny, and
it was just over the top. Goofy.
And the erection he had in his pants.
Oh my God, yes!
Gosh.
I better go to the pet store.
And it just made it funny that way.
She had the best expression on her
Downstairs.
face. She was looking at him, and she was
9 o'clock.
And she's snickering, and she's just like,
and I'll still see you later. So your follow-up happens naturally sometimes, and he's highly aroused. He really likes her. But I just love how the rest of the office, it's just normal for them to be like that.
They're like, well.
No one's really affected by it. They're just like, okay, another day at the office. And then the prank calls are so mature.
Oh, that was hilarious.
And how stupid they are, where it's like they don't think that she knows. Like, oh, wait, no, now she's looking over here.
That's right, see?
Oh, it's probably cool. It's normal. Yeah, very, very good. I love the team, and I do believe there is a second Anchorman movie. So,
great.
I am hoping that we have the same cast. I want to see his original team.
That's right.
Hopefully, him and Veronica are still together.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Doing world news.
Doing world news. What will be the competition this time?
Oh, boy.
Very curious. Anchorman 2. I'm assuming they're staying in the same roles.
Oh, my gosh.
But we love Lamp.
Yes.
We love TV. We love fans.
That's
we
right.
love Anchorman.
That's right.
That's right. It was so funny.
Yeah. I love humor. I love everything we watch on the channel, but I do love a good comedy.
That was the best laugh.
You were laughing. Oh, my God. Yeah. Like, we were all laughing so hard, and I love hearing that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Grenade. Where'd you get that? I don't know.